This is Guns, Knives, Watches, and this is the Ozark Trail Explorer, or G.1 Explorer. They love to put those dots in there. And I guess this is the September update of this bike. Now, where do I start? It came with different wheels and tires. These are tires and wheels that we just had. They're a little bit upgraded from what was on it. And the tires are more, they're 38C tires, 700 by 38s, which are more for road use. Now, the red shift stem is working out really well. The shifters are working, the R2, whatever that is. And then this front derailleur is working, and we haven't changed out the crankset yet. And the Chester pedals are fine. Now, and the seat post is working. So everything up front and about the wheels, you know, these are Alex wheel rims. And I forget who built these wheels up. They're, as I said, they're a little bit upgraded as opposed to the ones that came on it, and you can tell by the seals and things like that. And the way they just go together. Now, let's go to the back. What I did was, and this is what I was showing in the short, is I changed it over to this Shimano Mega Range, the TZ510, which the 10 is basically the coatings on it, as opposed to the 500 rear freewheel. The one that came on it is this one, and it is a 14 to 28. Now, this one that's on there is a 14 to 34. The reason this 28 was kind of useless, not only that, I just didn't like the way it shifted or about anything else about it. And this was only $15 from Jensen. This is a 30 tooth, and a 30, which is your smallest gear, you know, 2x, and a 28 in the back means you are greater than 1. If this was a 30 and that was a 30, that would be a 1-to-1 gear ratio. A 34 in the back to a 30 in the front is around a 0.9 or 0.8, somewhere around 0.89 or 0.91, somewhere around there. Gear ratio, I forget. It's been a minute since I thought about it. Probably a few months or whenever I made that short. So if you have the tools to change that out, and then you want to go to Jensen and buy it, I might have bought it from Performance, but I think I bought it from Jensen. It's whoever had it. How about that? They didn't have the 510 in the standard non-mega range, which was the 14 to 28, which is this one. And you can sit there and now this one comes with a dork disc already built onto it. I mean, it's inexpensive. Could you take that off if you wanted to? Yeah. Have I taken it off? No. It's just something to protect the spokes, possibly. I'm not riding this bike much, so, and I built it out as one of the samples for my daughter and everybody, just to kind of get familiar with, you know, this type of bike, which is the gravel bike. And of course, Amari has to help. So, you know, now, do I have the same water bottle cage on it? Yeah. I have the same wolf tooth water bottle cage. That's stainless steel. I have the same pump. on this bike as I have on the other bike, because they share parts. If one of them fails, it can give up its thing. You know, I've got possible spare parts, so I tend to standardize things that I'm going to use on bikes. And I think what I'm going to wind up and do is standardize outside of Shimano and possibly do a micro shift. So this is a lizard skin bag, under seat bag, whatever. And this is the large. And you can see it's got some stuff in it. What's it got in it? It's got Pedro's levers, man. Or how about there? Pedro's levers. It's got, oh God, what's coming? It has Crank Brothers M19. And it's got 3 inner tubes. Now, these are the, these are them, they're expensive ones, man. And is it something that you, I don't know. Tubolito, there's a 29-inch tube in here to tell you how small this is. There's a 29-inch tube in here. There is a 26-inch tube in here. And there is a 700C tube in here. So, pretty easy. I mean, that's a pretty small package for those 3 tubes. If anybody knows, a 29 by 2.5 tube's pretty big. And then I've got the Wolf Tooth, which this has the quick links in it, but I've got quick links for 8 speeds and also 9 speeds. And it's all held in there with magnets, blah, blah, blah. And there's your chain tool. And an extra tire lever if you need it. But this is a metal one on the end of it. And whatever, man. So it's Wolf Tooth, Crank Brothers, Pedro's, and just the standard Tubolito tubes, which are pretty expensive, but you can get them. There's a bunch of them on sale right now for about 26 a piece. These are what I always carry as my backup. And that about covers this setup. Ozark Trails. G.1 Explorer, man. With a lot of parts that have been changed out. The only thing I really haven't changed out on this are the handlebars, the shifters, the front derailleur, the crank, and the bottom bracket. Everything else basically has been changed because we've actually put a lot of miles on this bike, just a little bit at a time, to basically come up with a good setup that was happy for, that we were happy with, and the broadest range of people were happy with. The 30-degree stem, of course, this thing's going is, you know, or that whatever that stem is. I think it's 30 degrees. I'm happy with it. It's perfect. It made the bike so much easier for people, everybody to ride. You know, and we're getting older, and you just have to accept those things. For a broad range of people, that's a much better setup as far as the stem, as opposed to a standard plus or minus 6 degrees on the red shift stem. Suspension stem, whatever, or whatever they call it. Anyway, rock and roll. Everything's working out. You can see everything that I've changed out. Because I don't think the standard one doesn't come with red brake pads or anything like that. I think it's a little different design. This is a radius it's a radius caliper, man. Anyway, and I put red on it. Any place I've ever done something, replaced something, this, there, or the other, and I want to bring someone's attention to it, I've been marking them in colors. And this one got red to go with the green. Have a good one. Bye.